right, now we're going to look at a few examples applying the geometric sequence formula, geometric series formula. So here was our sequence that we had before. So remember our hypothesis for this one was going to be 2 to the n minus 1. So let's see how that works with our formula we just developed. So s sub 9 is u1 times r to the n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Well, of course, this turns into 1, so we do end up with 2 to the 9 minus 1. So 2 to the 9, oops, get out of there, minus 1. And we end up with 511. S sub 6, so 6 terms. U1 is 3. Our R value appears to be negative 3, so be super careful with your negatives. S sub 6 is U1 times, I'm going to do 1 minus R to the n. Be very careful putting this into your calculator. Divide by 1 minus R. So I'm going to do 3 times 1 minus. Again, we have to have those extra set of parentheses. All in parentheses, divide by, this is going to be 4. So in my head, I'm thinking that I should end up with a negative value because I know that this is going to be negative because 1 minus the negative 3 to the 6th power is going to become positive. 1 minus that will make negative. So negative 546. All right. In this next example, I see my U1. I see my R value is 4. I see the UN term. What I don't know is N. And of course, I need that to find my S sub N. So we're going to start by finding N. We know that UN is equal to U1 times R to the n minus 1. So I'm going to divide by 5. That gives me 262,144 equals 4 to the n minus 1. So that means n minus 1 is going to be log base 4 of this value. So in my calculator, remember in my shortcut menu, I have a log base. So log base 4 of this value, and then I'm going to add 1 to get my n by itself. And I get that n is 10. So now S sub 10 is equal to U1 times R to the n minus 1 over R minus 1. So 5 times 4 to the 10th. Be sure to get out of the exponent, minus 1, divide by 3, and bring this over so that I can see it. 1747625. All right, I'm going to do this last example here, and then I'll make example 20 in a separate video. So S sub 10, we should also be given that we have a geometric series. S sub 10 is 3069, R is 2. So 3069 is equal to U1 times R to the n minus 1 over R minus 1. Of course, that's just going to be 1. So I can use this to find, this is S sub 10, so I knew my n value. I can use this to find U1 and then plug that in to find the sum of the first 15 terms, and I'm going to leave that up to you. Be sure to check the answers and ask me if you have questions.